You mentioned earlier no medieval Rishonim, no medieval authorities write anything specifically about women's drinking at Purim. And it sounds like even in, I would imagine, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, also centuries, no one's writing about this as far as you've
That I
discovered.
found,
Yeah, that you found, right?
as far as I've seen.
Okay. But really it comes up, is it 19th or is it the 20th century is the first you found any rabbinic
It's,
writings?
I would say maybe, so the first one's in Shevet Halevi, the
Mhm.
Rosner.
So 20th
So I
century.
think it's Rav Rosner, and then so it's 20th century Rav Moshe Sternbuch, also 20th century. So yeah, really much later.
Yeah.
And
So
I
I wonder
very
why.
much so wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. If you had to come up with something, what's your speculation as to why only in the 20th century is this now coming to rabbinic writings?
So I think there's a number of possible reasons, and it could possibly be
Hmm.
confluence of some of them.
Yeah.
I think one is society, even more Haredi, more strict society, is becoming increasingly perhaps men and women together, not coeducational, but it's right, increasingly mixed,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is one possibility. And I think that part of what's happening is, on the one hand, there's that. On the other hand, the whole, of Chaim Soloveitchik and rupture and reconstruction, and people just used to do what their parents did.
Hmm.
And so for something like this, really, we didn't need it to be codified. It was just
Mm-hmm.
whatever your house did, and if you were used to drinking wine or not, and what you would do.
Hmm.
So I think that that's a possibility also.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it's also possible that it's the complete opposite, and it was so everyone just assumed women didn't drink,
Mm.
and there weren't necessarily women's only spaces, and
Mm.
women were perhaps, for those men who liked to go very far into this, women might have been the ones who had to be responsible for them and the
Mm.
babysitters.